I am a huge advocate for human spaceflight, and more specifically, the colonization of Mars. Here are my thoughts on moving the human race to the Red Planet. Earth sucks!
Earth. You realize our planet's name means dirt, right?
This planet is a people killer. Did you know that 100% of all deaths happened not in space? But Root, there were those 3 Russian cosmonauts. Yes, fuck you. I know about them. But while they were technically above the Earth's atmosphere, the incident happened during re-entry. Therefore, kind of in the atmosphere. RIP crew. Joking aside, the Earth is fucking awful. Like, for how good people make it out to be, it sure tries really goddamn hard to kill everyone. Picture this. You're at the beach, and, you're just chilling, and you might be wondering, Root, what's wrong with this? It looks awesome. But then there's a fucking tsunami. But Root, tsunamis are rare. Yeah, well, you know how rare tsunamis are on Mars? Yeah, think. And this same line of thinking applies for all natural disasters. Earthquakes, hurricanes, blizzards, all of it. The only shit weather you're gonna get on Mars is a weak-ass dust storm here and there. Also, I might point out that I started advocating moving to Mars last year, and if we had moved to Mars when I suggested it, we would not be in this corona situation. And that train of logic applies for all pathogens. We could literally eradicate disease by moving to Mars. Because once we had all diseases under control and removed on Mars, there are no new sources of bacterial infection. Like, people eating fucking bats or some weird ass shit like that. Some people would say that sure, Mars looks good on paper, but the cons of moving to Mars actually outweigh the pros. And, well, let's hear it from you guys. What are these so-called cons?
Well, if we lived on Mars, we would have to live in habitats and breathe recycled non-fresh air.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I think it would be pretty frickin' awesome to live here in a habitat like this. I mean, look at this. It's awesome. As for your bitching about the air, are you actually trying to tell me that you prefer this over this? Like, oh my, we could literally control the atmosphere and make it perfect. Like 0 carbon dioxide. And we don't have to rely on plants to make our air. Anything else?
Mars is small and the gravity's shit.
Yeah, actually there's more usable land on Mars than there is on Earth. Because there's no pesky oceans. And in terms of the gravity, here's something. I challenge you to break your leg in Martian gravity. It would be really fucking hard to do that.
There's no nature on Mars.
Mate, there's barely any nature left on Earth. Speaking of which... Okay, I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for this in the comments, but here's my view on climate change. Currently, at the moment, humans are viewing climate change as a wake-up call to start treating our environment better. But I think we're viewing it the wrong way. I think that climate change is a wake-up call for us to start thinking about finding a new home. Here's an analogy. If you have a house, there's a good chance that house has served you well for a few decades. But then, at some point, it starts breaking down. And of course, in the beginning, you're going to repair these holes. And you can continue to do that for a while, continue to repair and renovate, but at some point, it's just going to be more money and work than it's worth. And it would be a lot easier and cheaper to just replace it and get a new one. Of course, most people will find that a rather emotional experience, to leave their home that has served them for so long. But we have to let go, and I think that humanity is in its phase of longing for the Earth to go back to the way it used to be. But we just have to accept that it will not, and that we have to move on. Also, remember when I said that people are viewing climate change as a wake-up call to like and subscribe? No. As I was saying, people are viewing climate change as a wake-up call to start treating our environment better. Yeah, fuck that. Since the beginning of history, people have gone places with dope shit, then destroyed it, taken all the dope shit, and packed up camp to go find somewhere else with dope shit. And I think that is inherently built into our DNA, which is why it's so difficult for us to treat the environment respectfully. And we've been doing this for literally thousands of years. Why should we suddenly start doing the opposite just because the planetary gap is a little bit larger? Do you think that was the attitude towards colonizing America? Fuck no. Also, one more thing. People are going to start saying in the comments that we don't have enough time to move all the people to Mars before Earth gets totally fucked by climate change. And, you're probably right, which is why I think we should start geoengineering. If you don't know what that is, check out this video. But still, after all that, I would recommend that you take climate change very seriously.
What the fuck, man? You were just saying.
Yeah, I know what I was saying, but, in the end, we're relying on humanity to get us to Mars. Remember, this is the species that thought racism and fighting over it was a good idea until, well, actually that's still fucking happening. To be completely honest with you, I have no faith in humanity whatsoever. But, that's a different topic. Let's see, what's ridiculous? If this video gets something like, 150 likes, I'll do a video on the incompetence of the human race. So remember to like and subscribe. Have a good one.